All right, this is exciting. We're doing a video here, and I have my sunglasses on, which I already got yelled at for, because that means it's part of a downward spiral when I behave a certain way.
Yeah.
All right, Carvana. Do they have actual car vending machines?
That's what the commercial says.
Well, I got to see one of these in real life. I want to know how long it takes to get a car from a car vending machine, where they are. I guess I can Google it, but I'm not going to.
If it's on television, it has to be true.
That's not true. That's the opposite of how things work.
That's what they say.
All right, so what if they have like a dealership where they just have them stacked up like they do in the video, right? And then that's just how they present them, and you still have to talk to somebody.
I think there's an easy way for you to find out.
Yeah, Google it, but I don't feel like doing that.
So just Google it.
Well, I know that we don't have one in our area, and it's very upsetting because I really want these car vending machines, but I feel like I'm going to regret it as soon as I'm in the middle of it. I'm going to hit purchase, and then the car is
They wouldn't let us purchase it anyway.
car's going to be beat to shit.
There's nobody out there that's going to let us buy a car.
Right. Yeah, there's no lenders.
There's nobody there. They watch us walk into the dealership and they're like, sorry guys.
Yeah,
you can't.
We're not going to waste our time with you. We can see there's a hole in his shoe. Your kids.
Yeah.
All four of them are mutants. Now you're not getting any lending. No, but I feel like I would regret it like right away. Like now I want to talk to somebody.
Why don't you call them?
Well, who's going to answer? It's just the vending machine.
We can call them right now.
Call them. Call Carvana.
Let's see.
Because I need to know if this is a possibility. Because I feel like it's a purchase that I want to make via vending machine.
So if we're going to call, why can't I just Google?
Just Google then. I don't care. Google, call. While you're doing that, I'll start the next thing that I haven't brought up to anybody that blew my mind out the side of my head. We're in the middle of the coronavirus, panic. It was like the first panic day where people were really losing their minds and everybody was home. And I fall asleep on the couch over here, and Chris goes, someone's at the door. And I go, it's got to be Erica. She's out. She was buying stuff. And he goes, no, it's a guy. I get up, I go to the door, and it's the True Green lawn care guy trying to sell me lawn services. Which I said, I do my own lawn. And then, of course, they say, well, yeah, no, we just, we could do this, that, and the other thing to help you. How tone deaf is that?
You should have said, do you have Corona? And he would have said no. And you should have said, do you want some?
Erica really...
And then coughed in his face.
Erica really wants to put on a sign on the front door that says, we have Corona, come in. But then, have Coronas for people if they actually walk through the door. But I thought that was pretty tone deaf and irresponsible of True Green lawn care, whatever that is. And I do my own fucking lawn, please. All right? And it comes out as best as I can make it come out. How good is the lawn?
It's good.
Pretty good. I do pretty good work. And without any budget whatsoever. It's just all hard work. Go me. You want to talk about Miguel's theory?
I don't even think he has a theory.
Well, he sat us down last night and presented us this theory, but he presented it like a riddle, which I thought was a little bit maddening because this is how he speaks to people. He's like, nobody understands what I'm talking about. And what I wanted to say to him at that point was, that is because of your accent. No one understands you. But what I said was, okay, tell me. So he told us, and I didn't understand what he was talking about because of his accent.
To clarify, I've lived with a man for my entire life. I still don't know what he's saying all the time.
It's that thick. Erica will, she jumps in, though. She can interpret for me.
I can't understand him in English or in Spanish.
But basically what he said was, there's a lot of people that live together where, a husband and wife, and the husband or the wife has the virus and the other one didn't get it. So his theory is that there's a second element to it. You just don't get it. You get the coronavirus from somebody who has it, but you also have another genetic thing or an illness, or you came in contact with some sort of, I don't know, I'm just shooting out examples, like a hard metal or something. But he thinks it's a mixture of two things, which I think is an interesting theory. And then I started getting all conspiracy theory-like. and thinking that this is a way for them to thin the herd, that our global population is up to like 12 billion now. And like 15 years ago, it was 9 billion. 10 years before that, it was 6 billion. So I have, a mini conspiracy theory that they're trying to murder us. They would be, the New World Order. Consolidation of power. One world government.
I think you would be the chosen one in this house.
To die?
Yeah.
You'd like to believe that. Erica wants me to die. Or it's not that she wants me to die, is that she just believes it's going to happen, so she's prepared for life after me. So, and she also has this thing where she's going to have to change my diapers all the time. She brings that up.
Yeah, I am. And I'm not interested in doing it. That's not what I signed up for.
No, you're not going to change my diapers.
I won't. I won't change your diapers. You'll have to sit in your dirty filth until somebody
You would let
comes.
me shit myself?
Until your mother comes, because your mother will change your diaper.
She would.
And your grandma.
She would. You would let me sit in my own shit?
Yeah, I would. Because you know what?
I don't believe that for a
That's all
second.
you're doing.
Sitting in my own shit? That's what I'm doing now?
No. You did this to yourself.
Oh, from being awesome. Gotcha. I understand. Here's another thing I wanted to talk about. I've been playing this game. When I put a cigarette out, I put it on the banister, and then I leave it there. And when I go have my next cigarette later, I flick the cigarette butt into the fire pit in the lawn, which is like 25 feet away. I've nailed 3 of them today. And I did one into the wind, mind you, 25 feet away. Cash money.
What do you win?
Pride. Personal pride. It's a victory. I'm an athlete that flicks cigarette butts into fire pits 25 feet. I think it's 25 yards, actually. I'm going to change it. 25 yards into the wind, flicking.
That seems like not a good time.
What, do you got an answer on Carvana?
Well, I just found like articles. I secured a loan with Carvana using the Impala as a very modest down payment. Wait.
The Impala. Underrated vehicle. Some years. Chevy Impala. I drive a Mercury, not bragging. It's pretty sweet. Erica hates it. It's the hottest car out. I cleaned it, and it's like driving a pontoon boat, but you're on the road.
It's like if you want to get car sick, sit in that car.
I don't get car sick, or boat sick for that matter.
Because you're driving it.
No, if I sat in the passenger seat, I don't get car sick either.
Yeah, you do.
Listen, I have a solid stomach. I don't get seasick. I don't vomit, okay? Vomiting is for losers. America. Don't vomit. Just choke it down. It goes away.
It's really disgusting.
That's not disgusting. That's the truth. TRUF. Word of the day. Truth.
Imagine you have to vomit and you have chunks of vomit and then you have to swallow it back down.
I've imagined it. I've lived it. You power it down. And then you go like this. And you just drink a glass of water. And you're fine. You go like this. That means like, don't talk to me right now. That's usually a female thing. But that's what I do when I choke down vomit.
Okay, Carvana was founded in 2012 in Arizona. The company says that the used cars it sells have never been in an accident, have no frame damage, and must pass a 150-point inspection before being shipped to customers from various hubs throughout the country.
They're used cars.
Yes. I spent a great deal of time just browsing the app initially with the goal of getting the cheapest car possible. But I can't see I want to see the actual process happening. Because I don't know. She did it on an app.
Yeah, I think Carvana has 3 different platforms. You know, I'm a Shark Tank guy. So 3 different platforms that they sell on. They sell on their app. They sell on these vending machines. And I think they have traditional sales floors. Would I be right?
I don't know. This lady just did it on the app.
Who was the best car salesman we ever had?
Oh, the guy at the Toyota. The green...
The Brazilian guy?
The Brazilian guy.
He was awesome. He was awesome. All right. Oh, here's a problem. Erica informs me, and I had a feeling this was coming, that TikTok is going to be the new hot social media thing. And my kids use it. I hate it. I don't like the platform. It's annoying. I don't want to do different shots and all that stuff. And I don't want to copy other people's content. That seems to be what it is. But now, like, adults are getting on there. And adult celebrities. So that means that that's the next stupid thing that I got to do that I don't like.
We're going to do a TikTok today.
We
I'm
are?
going to learn a TikTok dance. Then I'm going to show it to you. And then we're going to do it.
You know Hannah Brown? And what's the dude's name?
I don't know.
Tyler. The one that she went to the end with. He was one of the last 3 on The Bachelor. They've been, like, quarantined together for the coronavirus with, like, a bunch of other friends. But what's that about? First, Hannah tries to go back to Pistol Pete, right? And get back on The Bachelor. Pilot Pete. She tried to get back on The Bachelor. And now she's shacked up with Tyler and some friends. You're going to tell me they're not hooking up? He's the most handsome man in America. That's what I decided during that show. You don't think he's handsome? That's ridiculous. She has no taste in men. 0 taste in men. Unbelievable. Do you think I'm handsome? And that guy's not handsome?
Sometimes.
Son of a bitch.
Not when you're wearing sunglasses at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in your home.
Oh, these are like just like tint. It's just to keep the sun out of my eyes.
There's no sun in here, Louis.
It's very sunny. It's so bright.
There's no sun.
All right, so Carvana, we're going to have to put a pin in that. We're going to do some research. And then we're going to do an entire Carvana episode where we buy a car from a vending machine. We're going to go to Phoenix, Arizona. Did you hear what that Donald Trump was calling the coronavirus the Chinese virus?
Yep.
And then they questioned him on it. They're like, isn't that racist? And he's, no, I just want to be accurate. It's from China. That's how he pronounced it. He goes, wait. It's from China. Just want to be accurate. And the lady just didn't know what to say to that. So they moved on to the next thing.
That's like when Lucas asks me questions that I don't want to deal with. I just look at him and turn the other way.
You don't say China in his face?
No. His questions are usually not about China.
That's true.
They're like, can I have a 7 Hot Pocket today?
Right. Can I have 7 Hot Pockets? I would like to buy 12 things. That's all, kids. Can I have junk food and buy a lot of stuff? So here's an upsetting thing that Erica said once. We're watching Below Deck, right? And I said, Below Deck, the reality show on Bravo. And these people were flirting with each other. One of the ladies had a boyfriend, and she was like definitely flirting with this guy constantly. And she was saying every time like he started to fall for her, and every time he would present his feelings, she would say, I was not flirting with you, I was just being friendly. And Erica said, I would be flirting with everybody, even if I was in a relationship. I find this very, very upsetting.
Because it's not flirting, it's just being nice to people. And making jokes and banter.
They were very, very flirty, though.
No, they weren't. They were just talking.
I'm here to tell you, I'd be flirting on that show. And if I was in that situation.
Because you're not a nice person to your wife.
But I don't like that you're flirting.
Well, I don't care. I'm going to flirt whenever I want, with whoever I want.
It's a double standard.
Well, that's life.
Yeah.
Men have so many double standards. Why can't we?
Where do you flirt?
In my car.
No one flirts with you in that minivan.
People do.
There is evidence of children all over that minivan.
They do. They don't care.
Right? No, men are stupid. They will go right face first into that. Like, hey, lady with 75 car seats and French fries all over the floor. How you doing? Who flirts with you?
I can't tell you.
Are they good looking?
Some they are.
Some they are, huh? Some they are.
Some of them are.
Do they look like Tyler from Bachelor?
I don't know what he looks like.
You know what he looks like.
I don't remember.
He's very handsome.
Okay, then maybe they do.
They look like Tyler. Tyler, are you flirting with my wife in a minivan in the parking lot? This is what she does. She sits in parking lots and plays on her phone just to hide from her family. Which I can't blame her for because I get to leave that and go to work and be out of the house. And she doesn't. So, but she'll be like, I'm going to the store, I'll be back in 10 minutes. She comes back. One day it was like 3.5 hours. I'm like, are you okay? Were you kidnapped? Have you been sold? Have you been bought and sold yet?
I'm still here.
So what do you do for 3 hours in the car?
I don't just stay in the car. I go in the grocery store. I take my time. I find deals. We have a lot of people in this house. You know, I can't just buy the first thing that I see.
How long does it take to find a deal?
Why don't you go to the grocery store?
Okay, you have.
And stick to a budget.
How many? I could do that. How many?
Yeah,
spaghettis?
You'll come back with 5 things of juice, Gushers, chips.
Right. Stuff people like.
Twizzlers.
Twizzler. Is this the?
That's how you
That's the
eat
sign for
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers?
You take a handful of Twizzlers and you shove them all in your mouth.
I love Twizzlers. I ate an entire bag of the rope ones that spin together in probably 20 minutes the other night, and I only gave the kids one each.
I bought like a lot of snacks and a lot of food, and most of them I hid until what we have is all eaten up. I should have done the same with the adults' snacks because clearly they're not going to last.
We need an adult. There are no adults here. So pick an item that you think that you can walk around the grocery store for 1.5 hours and find different deals. And first of all these
it's
different...
not one, it's everything. You look like if you're
Okay,
gonna
honey
buy...
mustard. Is there a difference? Is there a 10-cent difference on the same rack
There could
between
be.
one honey mustard and another?
There could be, and you have to find the 10-cent difference, and then the ounce to, you know, if one is 10 cents cheaper, maybe it's smaller. So maybe the bigger one is actually the better deal, but
you
it's
gotta
more
do math.
expensive.
So you spend the
Math.
entire time doing math. No, I'm just buying things. Mixed nuts, honey mustard, Gushers. Which, by the way, where the fuck are the Gushers? Did you buy any?
No.
Why did you bring that up?
Because
you do hide things.
that's what you would buy.
Of course. But did you buy Gushers?
No, I bought you white chocolate. I bought you Reese's, not Reese's, but chocolate peanut butter cups. I bought you Twizzlers that you ate in a day. I bought you cookies.
You should have bought just Twizzlers, packs of Twizzlers.
The dentists are not open right now.
No, we told the kids, like, you have to brush your teeth. If you get a toothache, you're SOL. Because we're not going to the dentist. We can't, right? Are they open? They're not open.
I think they're just open for emergencies.
Emergencies, which how do we quantify that? My teeth are on fire. Is that an emergency?
Probably.
And they'll tell you to shoot them in the face with a fire extinguisher. Your hand signals are out of control today, by the way. You're over here, over there.
My hands are right on my lap.
No, when you're talking, you're doing a whole dance. Oh, I learned this one last night while we were watching. Don't say that TV rots your brain. We were watching Superstore, and I'm embarrassed to admit this because I've been saying intensive purposes my entire life. It's intense and purposes apparently.
Did you check? Did you Google it?
I didn't Google. You Google it. I think it's intents and purposes, and I use this intensive purposes, on my show, where everybody can hear me, and no one has ever called me on it. So I think a lot of people do this, but I should be ashamed of myself. I feel a lot of shame.
EnglishGrammar.org. While people generally use both for all intents and purposes and for all intensive purposes to mean in every practical sense, seeming as if or virtually almost completely, the standard form of the idiom is for all intents and purposes.
For all intents and purposes?
That comes from EnglishGrammar.org.
So I learned that last night. It took 40 years, but I learned it. And I'm admitting that I used it wrong. Sometimes you have to...
But some people use all intensive purposes.
But are they saying that's correct? That you can use that?
It may not pass the editorial process, but it's not uncommon for you to encounter the use of for all intensive purposes in both speech and in print.
Well, here's the problem with my editorial purposes. My editor can't keep up with my writing. I write so fast. And then I just publish everything.
Grammarly.
And then he has to go, well, dude, can I run it by me real quick? So you don't look like an idiot? Nah, I got stuff to do. Other idiot stuff to do. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? People can just say whatever the fuck they want.
What do you mean?
Just say whatever you want. Who cares?
Even if it doesn't matter, even if it's not correct?
Yeah, just say it.
All right, I like it. Are you gonna write? You should write a blog for us.
No.
People love your voice.
If they love my voice, why would I write a blog?
Your voice, your general voice, your opinions
no.
on things.
I don't want to give my opinion.
Anytime we do anything with you, it's more popular than us just doing it. And I mean the Ethan and Lucia. If we have you on, you call me an idiot
because I'm
and
mean
stupid.
to you.
Yeah, people love that.
That's not an opinion.
I think it is an opinion.
It's a fact.
That you're mean to me? That's a fact. Or that I'm an idiot.
Well, anything that I say is a fact.
That I'm stupid,
when it
idiot,
comes to
no
you.
one likes you, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ethan said we should call you the other day and ask your opinion about something to do with me. And I said, it's not going to be that long. You just have to prepare that it's going to be like a 2-minute segment because she practices word economy. You're an idiot, you're stupid, no one likes you.
Every
Game
time we
over.
have to talk to the kids, we have to explain something to them, or we have to teach them something, life lesson, whatever. He talks so much that the kids just lose interest. Like, they lost interest the first 5 minutes of him talking, but then it just keeps going on and on and on. And he's saying the same thing he said 5 different ways.
I do repeat myself, but here's why. Because I know my children, and they are all like me. And it takes constant repetition to get through to me on anything. You know this. And that's how I was raised. I was just thick-headed. Constantly, my father had to repeat. To this day, he still does with certain things.
Yeah, but you have to repeat it on not all at one time.
I see what you're saying. Over and over and over throughout life.
Yes.
Not in an afternoon 12,000 times.
Yes.
Well, I do over and over and over throughout life. But in the moments where we really have to have the serious conversation, she's right. I go about 45 minutes repeating myself again and again and again.
And then you can see his blood pressure going, like it's like
You
the
can see
cartoons when they start getting red and red and red and then they explode.
Yeah.
He makes himself even angry and the kids are just sitting there.
I
Either just sitting there staring off into space or like turning, moving, like trying to crawl out of their own skin because they're just bored of listening to the same thing. That it starts to not even make any sense.
I hate the sound of my voice when I have to give these speeches. I hate it, but it's necessary. What I don't understand is why don't we learn our lesson to stop having these conversations at dinner? Because I can't breathe when I'm having these conversations because I'm already mad at them. So I'm trying to choke down mashed potatoes and deliver this speech to make them better people. Why don't kids get that? That we want you to be a better person. And this will make you better. But here I am eating mashed potatoes, drinking whatever I'm drinking, a side of corn, and I'm not enjoying it. It's just choking down my throat.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you why you do any of the things that you do.
Wait a second. No, but this is both of us. Why do we keep having these conversations at
I
dinner?
don't want to have any conversation at dinner. I just want to eat my food.
That's what I'm saying. We got to separate it
Ask
from
them
dinner.
how school was and ask them how their day was and pretend like whatever they said made sense and then move on with my life.
You want to do a whole parenting channel. This is heavy stuff.
I don't want to do a parenting channel. I want nothing to do with...
You said to me that you wanted to talk about like parenting issues.
No, I didn't.
You said that like a year ago.
No, I didn't. I would never want anybody to know about anything about the way anybody parents. No.
You have no reality of what our reality is. Like you can't.
Why would I ever open up the door to have outsiders give their opinion on the way that I parent my family?
I can't believe I'm hearing what I'm hearing right now.
Believe it.
That's what I said to you.
No.
You don't even hear yourself. You know what this is like? When you are in a relationship with a person who cannot hear their own words. I do it too, but I do it on a manic level. Like I come home and I formulate an opinion that I don't even have. That's not even mine. It's just something that's in my brain at that time. And then 3 days later, I will say something opposite of that, and Erica will get crazy about it. And that I understand. But you don't ever hear yourself.
I never said that. Never. Never.
Oh
Never.
my God.
100% never. I never said it.
You
I
said to
never
me-
said it.
Oh.
I never said it. it.
Don't you?
First
no,
of
you
all-
cannot clap at me.
First,
No,
I didn't clap at you. I'm going to punch you right in your eyeball.
no, you're not.
First of all, I know what I said.
Which
and
was?
I know that I didn't say that.
Oh, well, you so
Second
said
of
that.
all, I would never say it. Third of all, you always say that I say things, and I never do. Because I would never say those words.
We're going to have to agree to disagree because
We're
I
not
can't.
going to agree to disagree. You're just going to have to say you're
Then
right
I'm wrong?
and didn't say it.
Okay. All right, fine. I'll say that you didn't say it. But I know, and I'll know for the rest
No.
of my life and until the day I die. And when I'm buried, dead and buried, I'll roll over in my grave and go, this bitch said this. And I'll be like, let me out of here, and I'll be scratching and crawling like, uh-oh, maybe I was buried prematurely. Maybe they didn't check my pulse.
I didn't say it.
Okay. For all intents and purposes, you said it. But
I
let's
didn't
agree
say
that
it
you didn't.
Because I know I would never say it. Even like when you would take pictures of Vita in the car seat. I was like, don't you dare post that picture because
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I remember
know
you saying
that
that.
somebody is going to be
Critique.
well-meaning, very well-meaning, but they're going to find something wrong with the buckle.
Right.
You know?
You did say that. I remember that.
Like something wrong, or the kids are going to come out in the picture doing something weird and they're going to say that's not safe, or like something. Like I know that people can't
No, here's what you said.
people can't be polite with their opinions.
You're right. But you wanted to do a channel or a show about blended families.
That's
Blended
what I wanted to do.
But that still opens the door for people to offer opinions and advice.
Yeah, but it's not parenting. I'm not going to tell people how
It's
to
blended families. You're talking about family.
No.
You're going to talk about your kids.
Yeah, but I'm not telling them how to live their life with their blended family. I'm not telling them like what they should do because every blended family is different. We're just showing them how we do our lives.
This is how we do it.
Because we don't even know how we do our lives.
We have 2 serial killers in the neighborhood. I'm certain of it. I actually photographed both of them yesterday because, I'm a wild investigator. This is what I do. I investigate anybody who looks suspicious at any time. And believe it or not,
You look suspicious right now.
I've never looked suspicious in my life. I look exactly... You look at me and you go, I know what that asshole's about. I know what he's up to. I know what he does. But I've never looked suspicious in my life like, this guy is off and I don't know why. Right? Am I right about this? I've never looked suspicious in my life. But I found 2 suspicious characters that I've been suspect of for some time. And now I'm starting to think that they're working together and killing people. Food for thought. Meditate on that. I have no evidence. There's nobody, currently missing in our
Okay,
area.
who thinks that we should send Lou out to investigate? And who thinks we should not?
That's a should not vote?
Should not.
I should investigate everything that needs investigating.
Okay.
I have a very
Okay,
keen
what
eye.
if you start to investigate and they are serial killers and then they come and kill you because...
That's not how serial killers work, first of all. They don't come and kill you out of revenge or retaliation.
Yeah, because you're going to exploit them.
Well, I mean, I guess they
Well,
could
you're
in
going
a
to say,
panic.
yeah, this guy, he has all this info about me. I'm
Not
just
how
going
that
to
works.
I'm just going to let him live.
And both of them are right in that profiler sweet spot. Both white males, 30s, mid-30s.
That guy's not 30.
Or don't point at the house.
He left. He just
30.
left. Maybe there's a camera looking at us.
30 to 50. And, they're right in there. I gotta stop watching television.
This guy's not 30 either. He's younger than
Stop
that.
pointing at houses.
He's like one of the new millennials.
Yeah.
Like the borderline annoying ones.
Here's what he does. Ready for this? No matter what time I'm awake in the middle of the night, and I'm awake in the middle of the night, every weekday.
I'm going to get some hummus.
Mummus. That's how we say hummus in this house. Dude is fully dressed. When I say fully dressed, I don't mean pajama pants and a t-shirt. I'm talking about slacks and a button-down shirt tucked in, that kind of thing. We're talking 2:45 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30. I leave for work varying different times throughout the year for a lot of different reasons, considerations, weather, tiredness, whatever, how much I'm working. So I leave anywhere between 3 o'clock in the morning and at the very latest, 10 to 5. Dude is always dressed, never sitting on his couch, shades open, never a TV on, which I find very suspicious. And just on his phone, never sitting, a foot up on the couch. You tell me that's not a serial killer. We got murderers on the loose, is what I'm saying. Are you going to get hummus and come back, or are we done? I think we're done, right?
I guess. Now you're just starting to, like, be weird.
I'm starting to be weird?
Yeah.
What's weird about that? You're going to sit and eat hummus and tell me that people aren't murderers? All right, maybe they're not murderers, but I need to look into them. I have a keen investigative eye. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think I do?
Yeah.
That is bullshit. You are just, placating me. You're just trying to shut me up.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm going to find out that I used that word wrong, too. It's going to be pronounced placket, and it's going to mean something else. Okay, everybody, this was fun. Now we got to figure out what to title it.